So then for the next objective I chose is find the equation of a line from a graph, standard form, 2 points, parallel lines, and perpendicular lines. So it's going to, this objective is going to talk about lines and equations of lines. And it's going to be important because one of the functions in the final project, I think it's a linear equation. It's a line equation. And there's a lot of content here. I'm going to summarize in equation of a line can be written in many forms. One of them is y equals a number times x plus another number. Another way of writing it that people like is called a number times x plus a number times y plus a number equals 0. That's another way of writing. It's sometimes the same expression. People are just writing in a different format. How do we recognize that it's a line? Basically, y and x just show up like y and x. They don't show up as squares or cubes or anything like that. So if you have y to the power of 1 multiplying by something, and you have x to the power of 1 multiplying something, it's okay. This is a line.
Sorry.
Yeah, is that okay? And then the thing is, parallel lines are easier because parallel lines, like think about things being parallel. They have the same slope. What do they mean by slope? Slope is like a number that they attribute this inclination of the line. And so parallel lines, they all have the same inclination. They're just shifted by a number up or down. And perpendicular lines, they have like a little trick. They show like perpendicular lines, the slope is opposite and reciprocal. What it means is you are going to invert it and change the sign. So I give an example. I said, for example, if you have the equation of a line written as y equals minus 2 times x plus 5, the slope of the line is -2. Right? Wait, I think I need the whiteboard. Like this is what they call, like when I have y equals to, what was it? -2x plus 5. This is called what they call, people like to call, I think, slope intercept form. It's called slope intercept form because this guy here will be the slope, and 5 is going to be the value of y that intercepts. Because if we try to draw, this is when we have to start graphing the line. I don't know if you are familiar with how to graph it. Yeah, these are the values of x and these are the values of y usually. And then so we plug in numbers, right? When x equals to 0, y equals to 5. When x equals to 2, let's say, y equals to -2 times 2, that's -4, plus 5 is 1. Is everybody okay with this? So I have 0 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have one, it passes through this point here and it goes through 1, 2. So this is my line. This is a line y equals to a -2x plus 5. So this is why they call slope intercept, because -2 is going to be the slope. It's how much y goes up by per unit of x. And intercept, it's called intercept with 5 because this is where it crosses the y-axis. So it's called the intercept because of this. Yeah, this guy here, it's going to be this number here. And then -2 is like this part here divided by this. And the thing is, parallel lines is all, they all have the same slope, but it's like you are moving the same line up and down. And the perpendicular ones are the ones that cut it in a 90-degree. This is what when we put a little square, it's to say that it's a right angle, a 90-degree angle. And so the formula, actually, the shortcut is all the parallel lines are going to be like this, minus 2x plus some number. These are all the parallel ones. And then y equals to, what they say is to get the perpendicular ones, you switch this, you invert it, and also change the sign. So it was negative, it becomes positive. It was 2, it becomes 1/2. And plus any number again, some number. So these are the perpendicular lines. And my suggestion is like draw the graph of y equals to x plus 5, y equals to x plus 2, y equals to x minus 1, and see what happens. Get one of those square sheets of paper and then try to plot these 3 lines and see. You will see that they will all be parallel. I think it's much better to actually see it happening and then say like, hey, why is it that they are all parallel? Right? And the perpendicular one kind of really sucks. Like, why is it that it's a flip and then you change the sign? Like that thing takes some time to show. So we usually just all memorize it. We know it's like, oh, okay, you put it in slope intercept form and then flip and change the sign of the slope, you get the family of perpendicular lines.
And where's x on the line? Because it says x plus 5.
You mean
So
here?
yeah, for plotting it on the line.
No, I'm just giving you a new set. If you want to do like minus 2x, is also okay. X plus 5. What do you mean plotting the,
Okay.
I gave you a new set, the easier set. Yeah, I don't want to multiply by 2. So I made it simpler, but usually it's like this. We usually have a square paper and then we do x and then y like this, right? And then if we want to plot y equals to x plus 5, we start plugging in numbers for x and calculating y. So when x is 0, y is going to be 5. And then when x is 1, when x is 1, y is equal to 6, right? So it's going to be here. So this line is going to be like this. And then I draw the other one and then see what happens. I would suggest different colors. I haven't used different colors here, but so that they don't get mixed. I did everything. Not cool. Like for y equals x plus 2, when x is 0, y equals to 2. So it's around here. And then when x is 1, it's equal to 3. So it's going to be, the red one is going to look like this. And then the other one, this one, we say it's purple. Then we have when x is equal to 0, y equals to -1. And when it's equal to 1, it's 0. So it's going to be like this. So you see like, hey, why is that? Why are they all parallel? Because here on the x side, they all have the same slope. The only thing that's changing is how much you're adding here. So that actually tells you if you go up and down with a line. They are all variations of the line y equals to x. And then you're just shifting it up or down.